When you think of the staggering symbols that the Indians produced, I mean the dancing Shiva, for example, we've never produced anything as comprehensive as this. The dancing Shiva, those little bronze statues, it is the Shiva with 4 arms dancing with 1 foot raised. I'll go into the details, they're really quite extraordinary. It's the figure stands within a great circle, a sort of halo, which has flames going out, the symbols of flames. And this is the circle of mass, energy, space, time. This is the material world, the great world of the all-embracing material world with its flames. Within this, Shiva dances. He's called Nataraja, the Lord of the dance. And he dances, he's everywhere in the universe. This is his dance. The manifestation of the world is called his lila, his play. He sends his rain upon the just and the unjust, and he's beyond good and evil, of course. It's all an immense manifestation of play. He has this long hair, which is the hair of the yogi, contemplative, and it streams out to the limits of the universe, you see. Therefore, this sort of yogic knowledge of this contemplation includes everything. He has 4 arms. In the upper right arm he holds a little drum, which is the drum which summons things into creation. You beat upon this drum and things come into existence. In his left arm he holds a fire, which is what destroys everything. He both creates and destroys. His lower right hand is held up in this attitude, which means be not afraid, in spite of everything, it is all right. The other hand points down at his feet, and 1 foot is planted squarely on the back of a repulsive dwarf, this infinitely powerful dwarf called Muyalaka, I think his name is, who is the ego, and he has to break the back of the ego, you see. What he's really pointing at is the other foot, which is raised, and this means this foot is raised against gravitation and is the symbol of spiritual contemplation. The whole thing is there, you see. The world of space and time and matter and energy, the world of creation and destruction, the world of psychology. How do you get out of this? If you don't break the back of the ego, you're lost. And if you don't practice contemplation, there will be no liberation for you. We don't have anything remotely approaching such a comprehensive symbol, which is both cosmic and psychological and spiritual. It is really most unfortunate that we have such miserable symbols. It's part of the regular Hinduism, but it is specifically Shivaite. And then one of the manifestations, of course, is called Bhairava of Shiva, who is also dancing, but he dances in cemeteries. And to remind us that the dance of life isn't always very jolly. That he dances just as much in misery and death as in life and elation. This has to be accepted. And of course, again, it's only by the lifted foot that we can accept it. It actually is completely compatible with the modern scientific idea. It includes the world, you see, of mass, energy, space and time. And the idea of the infinite energy dancing timelessly and forever through this world. Dancing through human mentality too. That the world is felt to be, of course, a kind of outrage, because the play goes on even inside ourselves, although we are sentient beings, and yet the hand is raised, everything is finally all right, in spite of everything, if, as Buddha says, I show you sorrow and the ending of sorrow. The ending of sorrow is putting your foot on the back of the dwarf and raising the other foot in against gravity into the state of contemplation. The whole thing is there, stated in this single, extremely elegant. These Shiva images from the south of India are very, very elegant. They're most beautiful pieces of sculpture, the best of them. But it's a shame we don't have any good symbols like this to remind us of who we are and of what we can do about it, if anything. No, we're very, very poor in it. I mean, we have some of the Christian symbols, but they're not really satisfactory. I mean, the symbol of the cross is fairly good, but it doesn't take into account the sort of cosmic side of life. I mean, it doesn't take into account mass, energy, space, and time, which is essential. It doesn't take into account, I mean, as it stands, it doesn't take into account the importance of contemplation. No, it's. I mean, there are other symbols, of course, within Christianity which do, but a single comprehensive symbol like the Shiva symbol we do not have, and it's very unfortunate. This whole business of the organized manipulation of symbols is. I mean, the human mind is a symbolific instrument. I mean, it exists to manufacture symbols, to turn immediate experience into symbols for the purpose of managing it in a fairly convenient way. The question is, can we get on with fairly scientific symbols, realistic symbols, and then concentrate on the immediate experience? I don't know. I mean, I simply don't know whether this is possible as a sort of general attitude towards the world. I think it's certainly possible in isolated individuals, but whether in fact it will ever turn out to be something which appeals to great numbers of people, I have no idea.